Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Sippin' with Anna. I hope you enjoyed your holiday season. Today we're going to be doing another side-by-side grocery store wine tasting with the varietal Pinot Noir. I purchased 3 different Pinot Noirs from the Walgreens down the street. The first one is the Apothic Pinot Noir with the dark side. It was on sale for $9.99. The second one we have is the Josh Cellars Pinot Noir, California 2022 vintage. It was $14.99 on sale. And also the Apothic was a 2022 vintage. The third one we have is pronounced Mayomi Pinot Noir. It's also California Pinot Noir, and it's a 2022 vintage. This one was on sale for $19.99. If you're not familiar with Pinot Noirs, they can be described as a light-bodied wine, but I've also heard descriptions of a medium-bodied or even a full-bodied wine. They can be complex yet delicate. They have high acidity with gentle tannins. It's often described as having a silky texture with smooth finishes, and the nuances can vary depending on the winemaker's decisions. Also, the climates where they're grown can also impact the final wine. The warmer the climate, producing wine with more spicy notes. They are known to pair well with white meats like chicken, turkey, duck, or pork. Their flavors have been said to have red fruit, spice, earth, floral, herb, and aromas of cherry, strawberry, raspberry, nutmeg, white pepper, leather, forest, floor, cedar, and mushroom. So the first one we're going to be opening today is the Apothic Pinot Noir. It's a 2022 vintage. Like I said, it was $9.99 at Walgreens. This one is called Pinot Noir with a dark side. This one is a cork top, so we're going to go ahead and open that. I don't know if I can. Do have a blade. This blade is not the best on this wine bottle opener, but I do like the bottle opener itself. So let's see if I can get that off. There we go. Look, one piece. All right. Go ahead and put this in. Oh, it's plastic or rubber, one of the two. Very easy. Okay, love that sound. Take off my glasses. It's my new glass, Sippin' with Anna. Okay, take a look at this. It's a beautiful, deep ruby red color. I'm going to give it a swirl to open up the bouquet. Going in there. Okay. I think this one needs to open up a little bit more. Okay. I am getting the acidity from the smell, but I'm not getting too much fruit yet. I'm going to probably have to let this sit for a few minutes, just to see if it opens up a little bit. Right now it's a little tight. Give it a taste. That's pretty good. I'm getting fig. I'm not sure why I'm getting fig. That was the first sip. Of course, I tell you do the 3-sip rule. The first one's supposed to shock your palate. Second one is supposed to mellow it out. And by the third sip, you're going to get a good true taste of what that wine is supposed to taste like to you. The first one was really figgy tasting, and I have these at room temperature. I had them chilled earlier, but they were really too chilled because they were out in my garage, and the temperatures are in their 20s here. So yeah, they're room temp now. Second sip. So my second sip wasn't much different than the first one. I'm getting a strong figgy taste to it. Maybe it's, I don't know, like a little bit of nutmeg, I guess. Maybe I'm just putting that out there because I read it. I'm not getting like the deep cherry flavors. I'm not getting strawberry out of this one. I'm not getting raspberry. I'm just getting like a fig. Try this again. I got a little more spice on that one. A lot more spice. Peppery in the front. It's like a overripe cherry taste. It's the only thing I could describe. Like that's about it. Like a spicy, overripe cherry taste on that third sip. Now, on the tasting notes for this one, it's a soft and indulgent, inspired by the Apothea, a mysterious place where some of the earliest wines were blended and stored. Apothic Wines offers a truly unique wine experience. Apothic Pinot Noir features layers of vanilla, dark cherry, raspberry, and leaves you with the soft, luscious finish. Okay, so soft and luscious finish, yes. Dark cherry, vanilla, anything like that, I'm not getting it at all. Now, like I said, these were freshly opened. They probably need to sit out open for a while, let the air hit it. Sometimes that will change the characteristics of the wine. You can decant these. You can put an aerator on the bottle and pour it out and see if that changes it. But I'm not getting a lot of complexity from this particular wine. I am getting a soft finish, but I do taste a very strong peppery front. I'm not getting a fruity dark cherry. If anything, it's like an overripe berry, if anything. I don't know. We'll come back to this one, probably try it with something to see if it changes the characteristics. There is one thing I want to add about this Apothic Pinot Noir. It has a real fruit forward taste. I know it said peppery, but you get the acidity and the fruit and the forwardness. There's no dryness to it whatsoever. I'm not getting a dryness across my tongue. So that's interesting as far as being a Pinot, and they're saying it's supposed to be dry because it doesn't have a lot of residual sugar. This one tastes like it has more residual sugar than maybe the norm. The second wine that we are opening today is the 2022 Josh Cellars Pinot Noir. Go ahead and cut this off. This one was purchased at Walgreens down the street for $14.99 on sale. As you know, when I do these grocery store, and I know Walgreens is not really a grocery store, but they have wine, and I figured what the heck. When I do these, I try to pick three of the same varietal at 3 different price points to see if it makes a difference. This one in particular, I'm not sure what the normal price of it was, but for the sake of the video, it was on sale for $14.99. This one does have a cork. It's corked wood. Okay, first step, hold it down, lift up. Second step, pop. Okay, hopefully this will be a little bit different than the first one. Not saying the first one was bad. Of course, we're doing a side-by-side. Let me show you the bottle. So this one is basically the same kind of color. It's very like beautiful ruby red color. Looks very soft, like a soft ruby red. We're going to go ahead and give it a swirl to open it up. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. All right. So in comparison from the first one, which is the Apothic, to this one, the Josh, I'm getting the ripe fruits, getting like a black cherry. Oh, I got a hint of vanilla. Oh, wow. Okay, I get the cherry, strawberry. I don't get any raspberry per se, but I do get my little puppies here. You need to get down. Get down. Get down. You can't come up here. Nope, 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 nope. You don't drink wine. Okay, so as I was saying, you're getting the cherry, you're getting the strawberry, a little hint of vanilla. Let's see what else I can get from this. There's some floral notes in this one. That's about it, but very, very, very dark fruits. Getting those smells right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and give it a sip. Okay, this is interesting. So you're getting the acidity on the front. It's a very dry, so you could smell fruit, but you're not getting like sweetness on the front. So giving this one, it's the Josh 2022 Vintage Pinot Noir, giving it a swirl. It's got very, very bright, beautiful dark cherry, strawberry, hint of vanilla scents to it, aromas. I did give it a first sip. It was very dry in the front. It had some acidity to it, which is normal in a Pinot. Very well balanced. Get another sip, sip number 2. Okay. I'm getting some earthy tones in this one. Very earthy, very dry. You don't taste the fruit when you taste it, but it's nice. So you don't taste the fruit. You get very earthy tones with this one. It's silky on the palate, so it's not drying out your palate, but you can definitely taste the dryness to it. It's not a lot of residual sugar. Let's see what the winemaker's notes are on this particular one. This is blended and bottled by Joseph Carr. It comes from the Central Coast of California. Their Pinot Noir is elegant and refined. This wine benefits from the ideal cool climate of the Central Coast, resulting in a lush cherry and strawberry flavors with a scent of lightly toasted oak. Okay, so yes, I'm getting earthy tones, but I'm not getting so much oak. When I think of oak, I think of like, you know, when I taste a Chardonnay. This doesn't have that oaky, strong scent to it or taste to it. You smell the fruit on it, but I don't taste that. I'm tasting more earthy notes. The body of this Pinot could readily be described as a medium. Josh Pinot Noirs are great to pair with vegetables like Brussels sprouts and gamey meats like turkey and duck. Okay, so as I said, I just opened these up. It could be that they need to sit out open and aerate for a while. You can decant this and see if it changes the characteristics of what you're tasting. Sometimes we like to open up a bottle and then try it again the next day, and that will basically change everything in the wine. It tastes completely different the next day. Also, did you know that depending on the glass that you use could also change the way the wine tastes in that glass? There's a wine glass called Riedel. And if you did a side-by-side of drinking out of a Riedel glass versus a regular glass like this, it will change what you're tasting in the wine. It's supposed to taste better out of that Riedel glass. All right, I'm still sipping on this, Josh. That third sip was delicious. Kind of weird. That's where I'm getting the dark cherry. So I'm not getting so much dryness. I'm not getting the acidity. I'm getting the fruit in the front, and it tastes like a dark cherry. It was really good. Okay, so that third sip that I tried, it was changed completely. It wasn't so acidic. It wasn't so dry. It didn't taste earthy. I'm getting more of the fruity flavors, like the dark cherries, the dark fruit. And the finish was fantastic. It was a little drier, so you're not getting the sugars. You're getting more of a balanced light tannins, a silky finish on this particular one. It's really good. By the way, today is January 2nd, 2025. We are going into, well, we are in winter. Red wine season is what I was going to say. I probably started my red wines right around Thanksgiving. Of course, I didn't try them for you, but I'm going to start doing a lot more red wines for you. If you have any suggestions of what you would like me to try next, let me know in the comments. I would like to hear from you. We have a surprise coming up. We have something very fantastic in the works. It's coming up in February, right around Valentine's Day. Very excited. My sister and I are going to be doing some traveling out of state for a special event, and I would love to share this with you, and hopefully you can join us or anybody in that area. But it is an awesome event. All right, well, I finished my little taste of the Josh Pinot Noir. We are on to our third and final Pinot. It is the Meiomi, pronounced Meiomi Pinot Noir. It's a 2022 vintage. It is $19.99 on sale, but look, it's a screw top. So it's the most expensive of the three, but it's a screw top. Let's see if I can get this thing open. Oh, pop. Only thing, I don't mind screw tops, but I do miss the pop sound when you open up the bottle. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be, sorry, that's the back of the bottle. We just opened the Meiomi 2022 vintage Pinot Noir. It is a screw top. I don't mind them, but I do miss the pop sound when you open up a cork topped bottle. Not corked, cork top bottle. And there's the label. It's pronounced Meiomi. I'm going to go ahead and give it a pour. That beautiful color. I'll give you some tasting notes on this once I have my glasses on, because I can't see. The fact that we're going to give it a swirl. See. Beautiful. It looks deeper red than the other two. So the smell. Okay. First thing I smelled is cedar. That's kind of odd to me, but it's a strong cedar smell. A little herby. If I went off the smell of this one, I wouldn't drink it, but we're going to go ahead and give it a try. So we did our 3 S's. We did the swirl, see, smell. Swirl, smell, see. Let's see. We're going to see, swirl, smell, and sip. Goodness. Okay. So this particular one was $19.99. on sale. It's a 2022 vintage. It's pronounced Maomi, meaning coast. It truly symbolizes the origin of the Pinot Noir, which embodies the characteristics of California. Most notable wine growing region, lifted aromas of jammy fruit and toasty oak. Okay, so I'm getting really herby notes to this one when I first smell it. Toasty oaks followed by expressive dark berry, juicy strawberry, toasted mocha flakes with a soft plush palate. The well-integrated oak provides a unique structure of depth seldom seen in Pinot Noirs. The wines are carefully crafted so that these characteristics continue to enhance and build on each other for an innovative and memorable Pinot Noir. Okay, so like you said, we're gonna see, swirl, smell. Okay, now I'm getting some different characteristics. I'm smelling more of the fruit, but I don't know what particular fruit it is. Sip. Okay, this one, like the first one, I'm getting like old fruit. I don't know what it is. And I know that's my first sip. I always tell you guys, 3-sip rule. First one's gonna shock your palate. Second one's gonna like mellow it out a little bit. Then the third one, you're gonna get a good idea of what this wine's gonna taste like to you. However, it very drying on the tongue, very drying on the finish, first one. It tastes like overripe fruit, and it's strong. That first one was so strong, and it was so overripe, and it's like, like kind of like a mixture of Welch's grape juice and prune juice. Not my favorite. However, we just opened it. We're just taking the first sip of it. I haven't had the second sip. I am being a little particular. That second one, Josh, that was really good. So if we can get it to come out somewhere by Josh, then that's a good thing. But you know, you're spending $19.99 on sale for the old fruit taste to the front of it, like it's old. I don't know. Like it's lost its fruit. Have you ever tasted a wine where it's old, and let's say the vintage is like, say 2012, and somebody's selling it on sale? They go, oh, we got a case of wine and we want $50 for this whole case of wine. And you taste it, it tastes like old fruit. That means that it's losing its fruit. So it's on its way out. It's past its peak. That's what this one kind of tastes like. Okay, so we're gonna go on to the second sip. Okay. They do say something about being a mocha in there. I can taste a little bit of mocha on that second one, kind of chocolatey taste to it. It's not so dry after that first sip. Trying to give you some characteristics. It's not as bad as the first one. It doesn't have a strong tannin finish like that first sip. I got a lot of tannins in it. Second sip, not so much. So it's mellowing it out. And I said not so many tannins on that. If you know what tannins are, let me remind you. It's the skins, the stems, and the seeds of the grape. That gives that dryness to the wine. So when a winemaker makes wine, if he lets it sit on the skins, or if he keeps the stems and the seeds in there, it's going to give it more of a drier finish to it. So that, I'm tasting that, but it's not overly done. Okay, we're going to give it a third sip. Okay. It's not overly done. I do taste a lot of mocha. There is a dryness to it that carries over well from the front to the back, but you are tasting fruit. It's a little sweeter on the front, but you're not getting sugar, if that makes sense. It's just the fruit taste to it. I will tell you this, of the three, not my favorite. Yeah, I'm gonna give it one more try, and then we're gonna set it aside, see if let the air hit it. We'll see if, you know, when the air hits it, it changes it a little bit. I'm going to go and get some cheese and a little bit of crackers. I think I have some prosciutto, and I also have a little bit of wine tasting chocolate. We're gonna put all that on a plate, and we're gonna try these wines again and see if that changes anything. It makes me like the last one more, because I'm not liking it right now, but we'll be back. We're back. We're gonna go back over and try the Apothic Pinot Noir Dark Side for the first retry with cheese and cracker, prosciutto, whatever. Okay, so here we go. Second try, a little bit of Pinot Noir, the Apothic Pinot Noir 2022 vintage, $9.99 a bottle, on sale. Pulled out some cheese and crackers, bit of some cheddar, and a little bit of, looks like salami. I have in here, it's a bag. It's had time to air since I opened it. We're gonna swirl it again. Still, you know, we all have likes and dislikes, and we know what we like and we don't like. And this one smells like dried fruit. That's what it smells like, dried fruit. I'm getting the acidity on that one, the dryness. I don't find that it pairs well with my cheese and crackers. It just doesn't bring out any beautiful flavors of this wine. It's pretty much the same. Not my favorite. Let's try the next one. I'm now trying it with some aged cheddar. Okay, well, we're going to try it with chocolate in a little bit, but the pairing of this particular wine, which is the Apothic Pinot Noir Dark Side, yeah, I probably would not purchase it again. I'm just not a fan of the flavors. Sorry. The wine we're going to do the retry on is the Josh. Now, the Josh I actually liked. After that first sip, it really opened up and it was delicious. We're going to try this again. We're going to try it with the pairing of the cheese and the meat, and we'll try it later with the chocolate and see if that changes anything. But so far, the Josh 2022 vintage Pinot Noir is a winner to me. So I'm going to grab a little bit of cheese, a little bit of salami. Now, I know that I told you that it pairs well with like turkey or duck or chicken. I don't have that available right now, so we're just going to try it with this, because this is what you would find on a charcuterie board when you do a wine tasting, and let's just see what happens. I'm going to swirl that. Go again. Take a look. Here we go. That actually is good. It doesn't really bring out the flavors of the salami, or the salami doesn't bring out the flavors of the wine. It's just good. It doesn't taste any particular way. It's not a super drying finish across my tongue. It's got a softness to it, which I like. Very delicate. So far, the Josh is my favorite. So the last of this Josh, I'm going to try with a aged white cheddar. It's velvety. It brings out the deliciousness of the cheese. It's aged, you get the crunchy little crystals in there. It just really pairs well with it. This one, I probably could finish off by myself. Hate to say it, but I could, without any trouble at all. I really like the Josh. We're gonna try the Meiomi again. So we're back again. This is the Meiomi 2022 vintage of the Pinot Noir. I poured a little bit back in there. I'm going to show you the bottle. And I'm not a fan. It's the most expensive wine. It was $19.99 on sale at Walgreens. And I'm just still not feeling it. I'm hoping that maybe if I pair it with some cheese or some cracker or some meat, that it will open it up a little bit. But as I mentioned, it tasted like old fruit. I hate to say that. It sounds horrible, but it tastes like old fruit, and I don't like the taste of old fruit wines. You know, we're not tasting a late harvest or something super sweet. It shouldn't taste like that. It should be a little bit more delicate, a little bit more complex, a little bit, I don't know, even light-bodied. It's not even light-bodied. It's, I can't even describe what this is, but I'm gonna give it a swirl, try it again. Trying it with some Gouda. Maybe a little bit better. It just has that old fruit taste to it, like a very dried fruit. I wish I could explain to you what I feel like an old fruit is, but like a wine that's losing its fruit. That's what it reminds me of. I'm just not getting past that. It's really prevalent in this wine. It's tastes a little musty to me. Musty. Not even with the wine or the cheese and the salami. It still tastes like it's not my favorite. Sorry.
Coming up on Sippin' with Anna, who will be the winner? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And we want to hear from you. Leave us a comment about what wines you want Anna to try.
All right, well, I didn't finish that pour. I poured it out. We're going to go back to the Apothic. We're going to try it with Sweet Lisa's chocolates. She is local to us, and she makes these awesome, they look like little chocolate bars. She sells them in these mason jars, and they're delicious. She comes to wine events, so if you want to buy them. I do believe she has a website. I'll make sure that I put that in the comments so you can find her. She has several different varieties. This one is the milk chocolate with toffee. She has a cafe latte. She's got a jalapeno chocolate. She's got a dark chocolate. There's so many different flavors that she has, and they're all delicious. You have to try this. Sweet Lisa's. All right. So I poured some Apothic Pinot Noir 2022 Dark Side. We're going to pair it with the Sweet Lisa's milk chocolate with toffee and see if that pairs well. Take a bite, take a sip. Actually, pretty good. Brings out a really rich flavor to this wine. Wow. Okay. All right. Lisa, sweet Lisa, you're onto something here. This Pinot pairs really well with the Sweet Lisa's milk chocolate with toffee. If I was going to try this wine again, I would probably try it with the chocolate. It did not pair well with the cheese and the salami. It wasn't my favorite to drink by itself, but with the chocolate was really, really good. We're going to go on to the Josh. So the second wine, I'm going to take the last sip of this apothic. Second wine is the Josh. Still my favorite. We're going to give that a little bit of a pour here. We're going to try it with the Sweet Lisa's milk chocolate with toffee and see if that changes things on how we're trying it. So far, we've liked it by itself. So far, we've liked it with cheese and salami. It's paired really well with anything. So we're going to try this with the chocolate and see if it pairs well with this. Take a little bite. Oh. Okay. It's like an explosion in my mouth. You taste the chocolate, but you get like strawberry and raspberry. It just really tastes good. Again, probably could do one of these bottles all by myself. I'm not a lush. Maybe not on the same night, but over time I could drink that whole bottle by myself. I would share it with friends if they were here. Unfortunately, my friend is sick. Lisa is sick, so we cannot have her over till she's feeling better, but she would enjoy this too. Third and final wine of the night is the Meiomi Pinot Noir 2022 vintage. So far, we are not a fan, but we're going to try it with the Sweet Lisa's milk chocolate with toffee and see if that changes the characteristics of this wine, because please, it needs something. I am not a fan. $19.99 on sale, and it's just not my favorite. It tastes like old fruit. Okay, take a bite of the chocolate. Or big bite, sorry. Sip of the wine. Of course it helped it. Thank you, Sweet Lisa. It tastes a lot better with the chocolate. Tastes a lot better being paired with the chocolate than with anything else. We tried it alone. We tried it with salami and cheese. We tried it with aged white cheddar, and nothing was really working for this one, but that milk chocolate with toffee from Sweet Lisa's and the Pinot paired really well together. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yay! All right, so we just finished our wine tasting. We did 3 different wines at 3 different price points for the varietal Pinot Noir. The first one was the Apothic Pinot Noir 2022 vintage dark side. Second one was the Josh 2022 Pinot Noir. And the third one was the Meiomi 2022 Pinot Noir. Of the 3, the winner is the Josh Pinot Noir. What can I say? It paired well with everything. It did really well by itself. It was delicate. It was velvety. It had a great finish, not too dry, not sweet, but delicious and delectable. And you probably could pair this with the gamey meats as well as the white meats. You could pair it with your Brussels sprouts if you're going to do a vegetable. I paired it with chocolate. It was delicious with the chocolate. Second one in line would be the Apothic, right here. It did well by itself. However, it wasn't as good as the Josh. And the third was the most expensive, Naomi. Did really well with the chocolate, but anything else by itself, I just could not wrap my brain around it. It just wasn't my favorite. You might like it. You might want to try it. However, for the price, I wouldn't waste your money on it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notification buttons for our next video. So please continue to watch. We really appreciate your time, and thank you.